Hi everyone, today I wanted to show you how to get the placement right on where to place, whether or not you're doing beads like pearls like these ones using the pearl setting machine, whether or not you're using a hotfix tool, etc. Anything you want to do, even if you're hand gluing, etc. I'm going to show you how to get the placement on your boutique bow to make sure that before you do it, so you can do it beforehand, before you actually build your bow, that you can get everything set and ready to go without having to do it afterwards, because obviously placing them on once it's all turned into a bow, it can be a little bit trickier, whereas when you can do it flat, it makes it a little bit easier. So I thought I'd show you how to work that out on the 1.5-inch ribbon, which is this one, and then I will show you a couple of times. I'm not going to show you on camera because it took me a considerable amount of time and it is quite loud to use this, but I will show you how to use the pearl setting machine at the end. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. And it does come with a lot of options, and the key thing with these pearl setting machines is you actually want pearls that don't come with pre-holes. Now when you order the machine, you can have these sets that come with it, or you can find the ones without, and they are the plastic versions, so that your little grommets that come with them will attach. And you also get these little pair of pliers and multiple different heads that fit the different sizes that come with the machine. So I will show you all of those a little bit later. So that is one of the little sets that it comes with. And this is all that have come. This one on the back is one that's not set properly. You see where it's a bit rise? And all of these are completely flat. And this is one that's not completely set. And you can see the little grommet underneath, whereas all of these ones are firmly attached properly. So it should look like this, not like this when you attach them. Okay, so I have this pretty yellow ribbon, and I have two lots in 70 centimetres. Now I'm going to use the top colour, which is going to be this one, which is our one with the gold trim edge. So let's just move this one out of the way. Now I'm going to do a tail of 10 centimetres. So I'm going to do that. Now I'll use my lighter to heat crease. And then from where you've creased your tail, you want to line this up. You want to make a centre from where that join is to here. And then you want to do a cross across here, so that this is going to be our centre guide. Now from here, heat seal this end. You want to bring this up here. And while we've got our guide here, you're going to bring this one up here, and then these will be where we bring the bow in. So we want to crease both of those to get on nice lines there. And this is what you should have. You should have your 4 pieces here. Now when you're building your bow, I will show you. You want to crease a line here as well. So this is going to go across here. I'm going to take a couple of clips. I'm going to cross here and here. So that's your first one. And then this one, again, we're going to do a little pinch here, so we've got the guide this side. Okay, so this is going to go behind. We want that to go fully over so that your tail is the other side. And that wants to be centered there too. And then we can move our clips. Now when you bring this in, you'll be able to see in a minute, so here and here, what I do is I take some clips, because we want our pearls to be here, 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 and here. Okay, and then also on the tail, which we've already got marked out. Okay, so we can now unclip this, and I will show you where to mark it out. because we've already got this bit. So we want 4 centimeters here, which is the squared center. There we go, so that's your first bit. And then from here, so this is your first bit where you're going to put your first set of gems, pearls, etc., all of that. From where the line is, where that mark is there, I put a pin here so that I know only to add gems to this section. And then from here, again, if you fold it up from here to here and pin there, again, so that is there. So I know I'm doing this section and we are doing pearls in this section. I might actually move that over, so just bear with me. So this is the center. Now from the center you want to do 4 across, so you want to do, this is where the join meets, so this is where everything meets. I'm going to move this, so we're going to put a pin here, pin here. So this is a square where the tails and the centre all moves. So from there to there, I'm just going to move that pin. So there. So we want our gems there, here, and we're going to do the same here as well. So from that pin to that crease, we want to pin there. And we're going to do our gems in this section. So the gems here, and then the last one is, again, we are going to do 4 centimeters from here because that's where the crease goes across. So we want to do 4 centimeters in, and we're going to pin here, and then from that pin to there, again, little pin here, and you'll see in a moment where you can work it out, and you can do this with all styles using this sort of method, because you'll see in a minute where the placement actually needs to be. So when you're building, from where the join crosses, you want to do the amount, so this will traditionally be the value of the bow. So traditionally the 1.5 inch ribbon is 4 centimeters wide, or 1.5 inches. So you'll see, so that's there, and the center 1.5, and this end 1.5. So you want your squares first, tail, square, gems, space where everything sort of comes together and joins together, gems, center square, gems, space, space, and then here you've got your 4 centimeters here and your gems here. So you want your gems closest to the end after your 4 centimeters, next to your centerpiece, and 4 centimeters from your tail. And this works from all combinations, your 1.5 inch, 1 inch ribbon, however you make it in your figure 8 method with your tail, whether or not you use 1 inch ribbon, 2 inch ribbon, 3 inch ribbon. If you use this method of the amount of space on your cross, gem, space next to the center, and tail, you'll always have the right combination of gems. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to decorate this with my hotfix tool, and I've got a video to show you how to use them as well, and I'm going to use that, and then we'll build the bow. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you how to use the gem press machine, and this is what it looks like. You get this little handle here, and you've got the adjustable heads which unscrew like this, and you can change it and put the correct size that you need for the pearls that you're using. And then place that in, just put that back in. Make sure that's nice and tight. And then you get this little thing here, because what you do need, and I keep mine in separate, you get these teeny tiny little, like, grommets I call them, and they look like this, little tiny, but they've got these 4 little spikes, and when I don't ping them at myself, these little guys, you want them spikes up in that little base bit here. Make sure the spikes are facing up. Then choose the right size gem for the pearl, or gem for the setting. That's normally sort of the 4 to 6 millimeter one, which fits perfectly in there and holds it in place. And then with the material you're using, whether or not it's metallic, or whether or not you're using leatherette or you're using ribbon, you want to place it between there. Take your handle, you want to press firmly down and make sure that this is on a completely flat surface, otherwise it doesn't work. I've tried it on less stable surfaces, it does not work at all. So take it, and with this you want to really clamp until you hear that click noise, and then you can lift it up and you'll see, as I said, that is flat. Okay, so let's do one more for you. Just grab another little grommet. And we'll do one size up. There we go. And this still fits the same size, it's just a little bit tighter fitting. Okay, and again, pop that between there with your grommet facing up. That might be too big. So I've got a couple of sizes in the same pocket. I mixed up some of my gems when I was tipping things about earlier. So pop that down, and again press it so it joins and it's all nice and flat. Keep it nice and flat on the desk. You can hold it down this bit if you need to, and wait till you hear that nice, like, thunk / click noise. And then what you want to do is pull that apart, and there you go, nicely set pearl. Now sometimes when you're using the cheaper pearls, you'll see this one has snapped in half. It's still intact, but you could see it has broken, so do be careful with that, because that can sometimes happen. That's what happens when you're filming. Let me show you with the different pearl head. Yeah, that's because I chose one that already had the split. That was me. I chose the wrong style. I was like, why don't they fit? It's because I chose the ones with the holes in. That's why you don't use the ones with the holes in. You want the pearls without holes in. See? Learn from my mistakes. So get this next size up without the hole in, and they won't break in half. Let's reload the little grommet. Place that between. Put your fingers there. Sometimes you don't get the thunk noise, but it still works. And if this happens, you can just squeeze it back off and pop that back on. Doesn't make any difference, but as you can see, it's still set as it should be, because it's nice and flat. Basically, from having where you know you need these to go, now you've got your information, you can literally, like, mark out where you want to put them, and obviously use it as a guide. I have this white pencil, and on leatherettes you can use these markers that fade, etc., and you can do your little dots that you can then remove and work out exactly where you want the placement of the gems and which combinations, patterns, etc. And it just works really, really well to work out, so you can do it flat. And like I said, with things like this, that flat surface as you're doing it makes all the difference, because you cannot get this into the bows to attach it any other way. So like I said, this is the way to work out how to get those combinations right. Hopefully you found this useful and you've learned a little bit on how to use the pearl setting tools and not to use the ones with the holes in and embarrass yourself like I did. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye. Hi everyone, so what I've done with this one now is I have added my gems in the areas that I told you. So on the tail I have left a little bit at the end so we can cut if we need, the bit next to the space and the 2 bits either side of our gap and the bit 4 centimeters up from the, in fact I probably put that in the wrong place. That should actually be there, but I'll show you in the placement. So it should have been that side. That was entirely my own fault. That's what I get for not paying attention, but it should be there. Okay, so I'm just going to take all the pins out and I'll show you what it looks like when it's built. But do pay slightly more attention than myself. That's what happens when you do tutorials. Don't quite work out always as you plan. But I always show you my mistakes as well as my triumphs, whatever it is. Can't get my words out this evening. Okay, so I'm going to attach the original layer just to give it a bit of extra support. Right, I'm just joining the ends together, so then pinch the blue clear bit of the flame. Joins. That is better. Let's just do this side a little more as well. There we go. And we're just going to put the same marks that we've done on this side. So there's your tail. There. Bring that together. Centre. Crease. Up here. Up to there. Get your lines in there. And then you can use them as a guide again. So you bring this side over and use your original pinch so you get that in the centre. Pop one of your clips to the side. Now take this underneath and again make sure it lines up with your tail, and you want it squared so it's all nicely in alignment. So there we go. We've now got our nice traditional figure 8, and if you fold this in half you'll be able to see that your loops are evenly balanced, and if you fold this in half again you'll be able to see that that all lines up and that they're all even and as they should be. So your creases here and here, so you want to bring them over that centre there and reclip so it's here, and then take this one, overlap it, make sure it's to the corner here, and then clip here. As you can see, you've got your gems here, gems here, gems there. Now on this one you can see where I've done the loop on the wrong area. They should be there, but with it being the tail area anyway, it's not so bothersome because obviously that is going to cover most of that as it is. We're just going to get our needle and thread and sew this through, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's all complete. We're going to do 6 stitches to get 3 creases in the centre. Get that clip out of the way, just reline that up so it's all in, and then from above, 1, 2, 3, 4, take the clip out this side, 5, 6, and then you can bring that together like this. As you can see the 3 creases there. Bring that together, wrap it around a couple of times, 1, 2, 3, and then we can stitch that off in the back. And then I always do a slightly longer tail so that you can cut it down, etc., do whatever that you like with it. So I'm just going to cut this a little bit shorter. And then obviously you've got your front layer, and which I'm going to do a curve this way. So where I've got my gems, I'm going to do a little curve up to where that gem comes there. And to give it a little colour pop, I'm going to curve up and do a little curve underneath so you can see that one there. Don't forget to heat seal in the blue clear bit of the flame, just so you don't get any fraying. And this is what your bow should look like. And then you can take your clip, a bit of glue along the back, place that across there. I've got some matching 9mm for the centre. Don't forget to heat seal your ends. Okay, and I always wrap round twice. Once, open your clip, round, right on the original. There you go, and you can do all sorts of different things to your centre. You could add more gems, you could do a beaded centre to match your pearls, you could like attach pearls, you could do a pearl strip, you can do a knotted middle, you can do a scrunch middle, etc. All those different things, and this is how they look once you've got your placement all organised. Thanks for watching everyone, bye!